Hello, my friend. Once again, it's Kev, never your normal evaluation, here to drop Rule 7 in your financial independence. Borrow only what you know you can repay. Now, I want to spend a couple of days here because debt is a big thing, and one of my missions is to get everybody out of debt. So, I'm gonna spend a couple of days here and try to explain debt to the best of my ability. If you have any questions, I'm gonna give you links and things to get in contact with me. So let's get started. Okay, rule number 7, borrow only what you know you can repay. Now, when you start borrowing money, you start putting yourself in debt, okay? And you don't want to do that, Debt is not a good thing, okay? The trouble with debt is it makes you start having different things. It's not ideal. You don't want an ideal situation. You don't get awards for your credit being in debt, okay? Um, it's not transferable uh, to the future. It only transfers your wealth to your creditors, your family, your friends, your legacy, your children. None of that can be transferred with you having debt. Okay. Um, it promotes contentment because now you're mad at yourself. You're always trying to figure out how you're going to get out of the hole. And there's going to be different things you need to do. So you're always trying to figure out what's another way I can make some more money so I can pay this debt off. And so it just promotes discontentment. You don't feel good knowing you're in debt. You don't feel good not knowing where your money is coming from, or knowing that the money that you are hard working for is just going to go right back out as soon as you get it. It limits your options. With you being in debt, it's a lot of things that you're not going to be able to do. There's certain loans you won't be able to get. There's certain cars you may not be able to buy. Certain jobs. I mean, debt is just it limits your options all the way around. Okay, and it's expensive. When you're working to pay off debt, you don't see that money. You don't get to save that money. Your debt study goes up from the interest rate, so you're working hard just to pay your debt. Now, you need to put some safety nets in place if you start having to borrow money. And a lot of the rules and guidelines I'm going to go through in this Rule 7, that's why I'm spend so much time here. Because there's some guidelines and some precautionary measures that I explain in Rule 7, throughout Rule 7, that you will start to know to use as a safety net so you can reduce your troubles, okay? And there are 3 categories of debt. Okay, now with these 3 categories, and we'll explain and go through them in more depth throughout this little series right here on Rule 7. But I want to let you know the 3 categories of debt so that you can understand what type of debt you may be dealing with. Okay. The first type is the reasonable debt. It's more like, a debt that you have that you'll be able to pay off, or it's going to bring you back, like your home mortgage or sometime a car payment. I mean, but that's a reasonable debt because you're building a legacy for your family, your name and everything afterwards, okay? Then you have toxic debt. Now, toxic debt is what you really don't want to have, because then that starts making it hard for you to get out of that hole. It starts making it hard for you to start saving money. It makes it hard for just everything. That toxic debt just makes everything always bad. And then you have a neutral debt, okay? And neutral debt is more something you can deal with, but it's not so bad where it's toxic, but it's not a reasonable debt either. It's just something that you may have occurred, and like on a credit card or something, and you know that you can pay it off in a certain amount of time. Okay. So like I say all the time, at this time, you guys go out and start taking some action. My friend, you start figuring out what type of debt you may have, so we can go through each debt with each other and find out what's really going on with your debt. Okay. Shoot me an email, kevin@kevinjohnson.space, or shoot me a text so you can get this insider secret to a highly profitable empire. Okay? So shoot me a text at kevinjohnson.space. Run over to my website, kevinjohnson@kevinjohnson.space, and pick up your insider secret, or just, if is a link below, click on the link below, and I'll get that right out to you. So like I say all the time at this time, keep striving to be what you feel you are inside. Until the next video, you have a great one.